Come back to a very, very dark Croke Park. It's almost candlelight job here. We can tell you that at half-time Meelin were leading by 7 points to 1-2 and looked at half-time to have the measure of their Kilkenny opponents, and in truth dominated the second half and ran out winners in the end by just 2 points on a scoreline of 12 points to 1 goal and 5. And just as the cup was being presented, I caught up with Mrs. GA down in Meelin, Brady Murphy.
It's just pure joy, because it's been such a wonderful period for us, and this is the final hurdle, so we're delighted to be here today and have the trophy going home with us.
I suppose she didn't he was slow starting today.
Yeah, we just found it difficult to get into the game, so we found it very difficult to get in, and I suppose John Locks had their homework done. They stopped our running game, and basically it was a struggle, but we got the scores when we needed them.
And I suppose then conceding the goal was a sort of a killer blow as well early on.
It was, from our point of view, it was a very poor goal to give away. Really, we should have cleared the ball, but our boys lifted the head. The backs played very well afterwards. Their hooking, their blocking was very much to the fore before half time, and it held us there until half time. And really, they were very good in the second half, I thought.
Yeah, you must have felt at half time that you had their measure.
We did, I suppose. We felt that we should have got more scores, but at least the scores came in the second half when they were most needed, and our backs played tremendous stuff in the actual blocking and hooking every ball.
And in a way throughout that second half, like you were a class act.
Well, we were at times when we got the ball moving, and we found the person in space, the person best score. And I would say, like, you know, we got we got 11 points there today, but there were 11 good scores.
Will Meelin ever be the same again?
Never again. And I suppose I'd like to take the opportunity of thanking all of our sponsors, thanking all of the people who've subscribed to our training fund, and thanking all of the local clubs for their good support and their best wishes for today's game.
We are who we are. Where do we come from? Where do we come from? And we tell them we're from here. We're from
Eamon Brosnan, the man of the match, and indeed the top scorer for Meelin this year with 6 goals and 89 points, is with me here. A dream come true.
What can't describe this. We started training in February that we'd be up in Cork and
maybe you didn't get off to the greatest start in the world today. You were a bit jittery at the start.
Yeah, I suppose, you know, they got 2 or 3 points, and before we knew it they had a goal and they were kind of on top of us, but then we kind of settled down and nerves went away and we tagged down a few points, and thankfully we got over the line to finish.
Yeah, there was one time there when he had 3 chances and the sliotar didn't go into the net.
Yeah, I know, but Brendan O'Sullivan originally took the shot, and then Jeremy flicked it, and then he got a touch to it, and you know, the cornerback threw himself across it, but I suppose that didn't set us back. We tagged down a few points before half time, and we said, look lads, heads up in the dressing room at half time. We were up 2 points, and we said if we can get the first score in the second half, which we did, we'd go on and win the game, and thankfully we got there on the finish, you know.
And lots of their guys as well picked up yellow cards, and that must have been something that you were conscious as well of at half time.
Yeah, I mean, any bit of an eagle at all, you know, was a yellow card, so we knew we couldn't be giving away frees, because a yellow card is very dangerous in the modern game, because another yellow and you're off the field, you know. But thankfully we gave away no more frees, and we got over the line, and we're all Ireland champions today.
As the second half wore on, like, you must have known yourselves down there that it was going to be a victory.
Well, I suppose that never really came into our head, really, because, you know, a 2 or 3 point lead is very dangerous, and a Kilkenny team with a Kilkenny team around, you know, anything could happen. But, you know, I suppose DJ put a ball over the bar, and Brendan put a ball over the bar, and every fella stood up to the plate, and, you know, we got there on the finish.
Talk to me about the penalty.
Yeah, I suppose Jeremy originally got fouled, and I stepped up to it, you know, and I probably didn't pick it right. I kind of scuffed the picking, and I had to run onto it, but I know we got the point out of it, but you know, I wasn't happy with that, but you know, we got there on the finish, and that's what's the main thing.
And man of the match as well.
Yeah, I suppose that's only a small thing, really, you know. This is a 26-man game, and every fella, panel, backroom staff, management, everyone, officers of the club, everyone has done their job today, and we got our just reward.
I know I asked you this last week, but I'll ask it to you again. Why has it all come right for you over the last 2 years?
Well, I suppose this team has been building with a while now. We've been there underage level, and we've won various cups, and it took probably this long to get it right, and Liam Ryan came in, then super manager, like he came in and he just took it by the scruff of the neck and said, lads, we'll win back to Hollow and we'll have one right go at the county, and it just took off from there.
Meelin's club chairman Willie O'Sullivan is with me here, smiling from ear to ear. You must be a really proud man right now.
It was unbelievable. Like to think, the whole set up, like coming up the Cork Park, getting out onto the pitch there. Now the boys were settling enough. You know what I mean? I was happy enough with the boys, but it's just unbelievable to be at Cork Park here with the interviews here after All Ireland, after we need it especially. So just unbelievable.
And jittery, I suppose, opening start, Willie.
That's what jittery was said that the goal went in, and there was only 4 points in it, and hanging there for a good bit. So when we got set up the extra point in, we settled a small bit, but like the 4.2 pucks of a ball, like, and you're back into the game, like.
And you could have got a goal yourselves in the first half. I think 3 times the sliotar was prevented from going into the net.
Oh yeah, the goalie made a great save, and if we had that goal got in, like, we had settled away sooner, but we couldn't just settle and get over. But they came back well, like, and the back set load well there towards the end. It was great.
Yeah, defensively I thought you were superb throughout, and certainly when they maybe had chances in the second half there was no way through your defence.
No, there were 2 or 3 men down top of there. I mean, like, they're battling out, like, they're really done a super job there in the back line. But they're back to playing super all year, and they're all playing. There are the subs and everyone, like, all year. Like, it's a brilliant thing to be here. And when Liam Ryan came in there and the start of the year, like, and there are all these new ideas, new training, fitness was the main thing there today, and it was just brilliant. And the selectors as well, Liam, Willie and being with the other one was last year, and like, they're stuck with the ship again this year, and it's just brilliant to be, and in All Ireland here in Cork Park talking to Michael Kennedy. It's just unbelievable.
And extra special for yourself as well. Of course, we've said so often, 3 sons on the starting 15 and one on the subs bench.
Yeah, it was, and that's what they're on today, the big day they done out here, like with St. Martin goals, and DJ and Brendan was saying, and Liam was the sub goalie. So thanks be God he wasn't called on, but I went over the moon, actually, over the moon.
I know you're going home later on tonight, and people will be listening to these interviews down in Cork. What's on offer in Meelin tonight, or what time do you expect to be home?
We should be there at 10:30. I'd say we should make it by 10:30 in here, and everyone is welcome because the support we got all year, and anyone that subscribed to our fundraiser and everything. This is their day as well, because today kept the show on the road. All the neighbouring parishes, Duhallow and Cork, like to be representing our club, representing Duhallow, representing Cork, representing Munster here in All Ireland, here in Cork Park. It's just unbelievable.
Willie O'Sullivan there, the chairman of the Meelin club, there on their way home, victorious in this afternoon's All-Ireland Junior Club Hurling final, beating John Locks on a scoreline of 12 points to 1 goal and 5. So certainly Meelin is going to be the place later on this evening if you're up around the Duhallow North Cork region, and if you want to go to some place south of the River Lee, I would suggest that the village of Riverstick around 10 or 11 o'clock tonight will be the place to be, because both Cork teams victorious today and on their way back to the Rebel County. It's been a wonderful afternoon for Meelin, and a wonderful afternoon for the team from Ballymartle, on a very, very great, on a great day for Cork, and on a wonderful, wonderful day for those 2 clubs. We're heading back ourselves now. It's pitch dark here in the stadium. It's difficult to see anything in front of us. We're on our way home, and we'll talk to you again later on during the course of the coming days, when we'll have more reaction from the Meelin and Ballymartle camps. But on this particular Sunday evening, it's good evening from Croke Park.